Welcome to a day late and an Algo short. Yesterday's Algorand news. My name is Monty Allen and I am your crypto nerd. This is a new segment we're trying out here on the Crypto Nerd channel. Thank you for those of you watching. Hashtag Algo News or just tag me at RealMontyAllen on Twitter if you would like to get featured as someone who has contributed some information for yesterday's Algo News. I'll try and do these at the end of the day or at the very beginning of the following day. And it's going to be yesterday's news, but for some of you who need to catch up, who can't be on Twitter 24/7, this might be a good way to catch up. Let's see what we've got here. So first up, we've got Crypto Eddie. Crypto Eddie is a huge fan of the XRP. Occasionally she dabbles into some Algorand as well. And a huge following, and she found this, and I know lots and lots of people have found the 6 Clovers deal. It's been all over Twitter today. However, I first saw it with Crypto Eddie, so I want to make sure I give her credit for it, for turning me on to this. So I did a little research on this. 6 Clovers looks like it could be, and a lot of these new, startups have great use cases. But this one is led by 2 former PayPal staffers and an early employee of Ripple. Now, that's kind of vague, isn't it? An early employee of Ripple. Like, how early? Like, was this guy, one of the first couple of guys? Was this guy cleaning the bathrooms there? What was he doing? Was this guy the first chef that Ripple had? It didn't say what he did. So I took a little bit of a deeper dive look, and I found some of their profiles here. So Jim and Nas. So Jim and Nas apparently go way back. They founded Ruby Coins, which was acquired by PayPal. So best I can tell, these guys have been best friends since like 2008, 2009. They founded Ruby Coins, and even prior to that, right? So they have some startup chops. These guys know how to start up a company, get it up and running, turn it into something fantastic, because they were able to take Ruby Coins and not only just sell it to PayPal, but then they were kept on. Each of them was kept on by PayPal because they had value to give. Now, we go over here to Wellington. Now, Wellington over here, besides having like a last name for a first name, he was over at Ripple, and he wasn't just cleaning the bathrooms or cooking the sushi, or I guess you don't cook sushi, huh? But you know what I mean, right? See, he wasn't just some tertiary guy over there. So he was in charge of a lot of strategic partnerships. So he handled a lot of the international partnerships, and he did a lot of work to get RippleNet on-demand liquidity, like up and running. And now he's over there at SFox, as you can see on his bio there. So these guys have some real-world chops. They weren't, fly-by-night operations by any means. So I feel confident, like when they say, yes, it was a couple of former PayPal executives, they're more than just PayPal executives and a former employee from Ripple. These are folks who have those on their resumes, but that's not who they are. They've got quite a bit of history in the cryptocurrency and fintech and cross-border payments. So when we look at what 6 Clovers really wants to do, it's a lot of what we saw Ripple trying to do, right? Let's be frank here. Like, it's a lot of the same problems. I'm not sure who's going to get there first, who's going to be able to solve the cross-border payments, the snafus, as Eddie calls them up here. Who's going to get there first? Ripple's got a bunch of problems right now. Maybe a company like this jumps into the game and takes over and has a bunch of partnerships here in a year and a half, 2 years. We're not watching Betamax videos, right? Heck, we're not even watching VHS anymore, but you get the drift. The first one to market is not always the one who ends up having the most success. So let's watch these folks closely. I like that there is money to go around for startups like this. Speaking of money, we've got this World Economic Forum, and these folks have a lot of money, right? So the folks who are looking at the World Economic Forum, this is who is this? This is Bob Tessier. He goes by Bob in his but he's Rob. So I don't know. Did you want to be a Rob, but you ended up being Bob? Do your friends call you Bob, but your family calls you Rob? I don't know. Bob, Rob, you got to kind of pick one there. But I appreciate you always putting out good information there. So this is a general guide to how to get into cryptocurrencies. I'll try to remember to link this down below. But it's full of great information, and Algo got a couple of good props. So number one, on the left-hand side of the page here, you can see Algo's pure proof of stake gets a prop out. Number one, because they're worried about Bitcoin's economic, or pardon me, environmental impact. And yes, Bitcoin's getting a lot of slack these days for the amount of energy that it's consuming on an annual basis to mine. And it's true, like the mining output, the energy needed to mine Bitcoin in 2021 is going to be more than the energy consumption of Switzerland. An entire country, Bitcoin is going to gobble up more energy than Switzerland. So pure proof of stake, by all means, like, and especially the pure proof of stake, right, is getting its just rewards there, and it's getting a lot of attention. On the right hand side, you can see that we are listed in there with Cardano, Celo, is it Celo or Celo, XRP, Solana down there at the bottom. Now this page was talking about who can grow the largest. Scalability is what this page is all about, and it's nice to see Algo's name right there at the top. And they didn't even get our scalability and our transactions per second, all correct. Yes, it allows for 1,000 TPS now, but just wait till we start hitting those 45,000 numbers, which is coming. We know that it's coming. Look at the comparison here. XRP, 1,500 transactions per second. We'll just wait till we hit 45,000. Ooh, man, it's gonna get crazy up in here. So that's gonna make it easier for who? For these guys, the cross-border payment guys. If our product is moving faster and cheaper, then that helps remove the friction from cross-border payments. All right. Now, last but not least, Michael Jordan. If you guys don't follow Michael Jordan at Algo Family, you definitely should. He deep dives and is a big believer in the Algo project. He posts a lot of stuff I notice on CBDCs, so central bank digital currencies, and the future of the digital dollar and things like that. But he also posted this, and I think it's great. So I'm on Yieldly right now. So I joined the Yieldly pool, and that was really just their gateway to, maybe to gain some audience, to gain some Algo fam, on their website to engage with them. But really, I mean, that's not their end game. They're not just doing this no-loss lottery thing, which is cool, but they want to market for the Yieldly, and they've got this bridge now that's coming out. And I think it's coming out in 2 days at the time of this recording, maybe a day and a half. So by the end of this week, this ASA to ERC20 bridge is going to be out. Now, I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do with it. They want to link DeFi, ecosystems, and I'm not sure if there's a market for that yet. I'm not sure, how much attraction it's going to bring to the Algo DeFi system, if it's easy to go from one to the other. Algo is cheaper, so maybe more folks will find it easier. Let's wrap something and put it on the Algo ASA pool. So maybe that's going to happen. Maybe that's going to, instead of, coming up with wrapped items for the Ethereum blockchain, maybe they're going to come up with wrapped items for the Algorand blockchain. And I could see that playing a huge part in how Algorand grows and how we make it easy for folks to switch from ETH to Algo. And that's really what we're looking for, right? We want to make it as easy as possible, as cheap as possible, to move over from one blockchain to the other, right? If it's hard, if there's a barrier to entry, if somebody's already built everything out on ERC, then it makes it difficult to take your work, all of your blood, sweat, tears that you've been putting into this, even though it costs more and is not the best, like you've already done all the work. How hard is it to switch over, to start from scratch? You know it, I know it, it's hard. So let's make it as easy as possible for those folks to integrate, to work with the Algorand ecosystem. And this does that in ways that we probably haven't even fathomed yet. So I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. That's the Yieldly the page here. I took a couple of screen grabs here. They're talking about how they want to capitalize and work between different blockchains. I think it's an admirable mission. I want the best for Yieldly, not only because I own some Yieldly, I staked on there. I got some rewards, and you never know. Some of these tokens for these types of websites, services really have taken off. Take a look at Uni, what it's done over there. If Yieldly does anything like what happened to Uni or what is it, Aave, then boomski to the boomski is what I would say. Alright, and there you have it. It's a day late and I'll go short. It's yesterday's Algorand news. I am your crypto nerd. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm at RealMontyAllen. And hit the hashtag Algo News, and I'll try and find you. Maybe I'll post you in tomorrow's late video.